Hello and welcome to Crouton Cracker Jacks. Today I'm going to show you how you can make these deluxe nachos just like you would get at any Mexican restaurant right at home, including how you can fry your own flour tortilla chips. These are the ingredients that you'll need. So let's get started. To start off, I'm going to make up my flour tortilla chips, and I've just got some soft taco size flour tortillas here. I think they're about 6 or 8 inch tortillas, something like that. And I'm going to cut these into 6 equal pieces. Now for this platter of nachos, I ended up using 6 tortillas. And while I was cutting up those tortillas, I went ahead and heated up some vegetable oil in a deep pan here on my stove. And I heated that to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to fry these, a couple of these chips at a time. You don't want to overcrowd your pan because then you're going to get soggy chips, and nobody wants soggy chips. Now the secret here to making these chips exactly like you get in the Mexican restaurants is to fully submerge these chips and also keep your oil at 300 degrees. Now you want to keep moving these around, making sure that they, for the most part, stay underneath the oil. And the reason that you're only frying at 300 degrees instead of the normal 350 is because you want that inside to cook fully before the outside burns. Now once our chips are a nice light golden brown, you want to remove them from the oil and using a pair of tongs, kind of move them around because they kind of have a tendency to get some oil stuck inside of them. You want to drain that out. And you want to place these onto a wire rack that has been elevated. Then you want to let the excess oil drip off to those paper towels beneath. The reason you don't put the chips directly on the paper towels is because you're going to get soggy chips that way. And once you get all your chips out of that oil, go ahead and put it back on the stove and then continue frying up the rest of your chips. And you want to make sure that you keep this oil at 300 degrees. If you go any higher, even at 325, they're going to get a little bit too brown on the outside and they're still going to be kind of doughy and bready on the inside, and that's not what you want. You want them nice and flaky and tender all the way through. And next I took a pound of ground turkey. You could also use ground beef for this if that is your preference. I just happen to like using turkey. And I browned that up and drained it. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning, and that is my homemade taco seasoning mix, as well as half a cup of water. I'll put a link down below in the description box that will take you to the video that shows how I make my own taco seasoning mix. And I'm just going to stir these ingredients together and cook this for about 4 or 5 minutes or so, or until all of that water is absorbed by the meat. And now it is time to actually prepare our nachos. I've transferred all of my chips onto a platter here, and I took some refried beans. These are fat-free. You could use the ones that are made with lard. You know, whatever refried beans that you have or want to use is perfectly fine. I put those into a bowl and heated them in the microwave for about a minute so they're easier to spread around. And using a spatula here, I'm just going to dollop some beans right on the top. I'd say there's probably half a cup or so of refried beans there that I'm putting right on top. And then next you want to take a generous handful of shredded Kojak cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. I happen to like Kojak, and that's what I had in my freezer. So that's what I am using. You want to sprinkle that right over top. And be sure and spread those ingredients out to the edges so that way the chips on the outside have some ingredients on them too. Next I'm going to take my taco meat and using a spoon just kind of pile this up on top as well. Again, making sure to get that meat out to the outside chips. And then I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes just to melt that cheese. Now once all that cheese is nicely melted, go ahead and remove your platter back onto your counter. And we're going to finish topping this off using some sliced black olives. If you don't like black olives, you can leave them off. And next I'm going to take some sour cream and spoon that right over top. Now usually when I'm making this, I like to make up a little bowl of guacamole using 1 or 2 avocados and put that on as well. My grocery store didn't have any nice looking avocados, so I'm skipping it for this video. But if you'd like to add avocados, by all means go ahead. And then I'm going to finish topping this off with some fresh diced tomatoes. Now really, with these nachos, you can top them with whatever you want. If you want onions and jalapenos and all the fancy schmancy fixins on it, go ahead and put them on your nachos. This is just the way I like to make my nachos, and that's how I'm making them. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Go ahead and serve this up with a couple of your friends, and you've got yourself a delicious platter of homemade deluxe nachos, just like you get in the restaurant. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more deliciousness. If you'd like to follow me on Google+, Facebook, and or Pinterest, all the links will be down below. Thanks so much for watching, and happy cooking!